you go. Okay, I have failed, but really have I? That's the question. All right, for context, I started a couple days ago, maybe a week ago, on a comic project. And my goal, which as ambitious as it was to complete a volume in around 5 weeks, which is a lot. But the real purpose of that experiment or that project was to push myself to see when inevitably it breaks along a lot of my other creative projects, where it breaks, how it breaks, and how I can do it differently next time. That is the real goal of the project. Now, yesterday I was working on this story. I haven't actually gotten to the page production yet, and I realized that I had a little bit of the story to go, quite a bit actually, but I was kind of getting stuck on a couple of specific details of the story, and it kind of bummed me out because I was like, I don't know if I want to tell this story at all, really, only because it's kind of dark and kind of moody. So what I did is I kind of reassessed it a little bit. I had a really good talk with my friend about breaking it down, and what I learned was, in this project, as well as many other projects, it's not so much the execution of getting them done is what holds me up, because I look back to other comic projects I've done. Sorry, I keep hiccuping while I'm talking. I hate hiccups. They're so annoying. I guess I could eat a spoonful of sugar while I drink water upside down and hold my breath. I'm sure that would solve it. So I've been able to grind through certain tasks with a schedule whenever I understand what I'm doing. I do that kind of stuff for work. I've done that kind of stuff for school. It's already there. But the hardest part is whenever I'm working with creative projects, I'll usually become more indecisive. Not always, but indecision in creative projects is causing me to slow down a little bit. And when I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to tackle a project in general, especially the creative ones, then it will usually bum me out. I'll get kind of slow with a project, and when I get slow with a project, it's probably going to just fall off. So here was my plan going forward. Here's kind of what I want to try. So I know where it breaks. It breaks during the creative phase. What I need to do, I think, is split up the creative phase and the execution phase. And the execution phase is only based on a plan that I already have. So I'm not going to put creative limits. I'm not going to put time limits on my creative projects. And I know it's a comic, you're like, how can that not be creative? Well, it's in different ways. The other thing is I just have to straight up be more realistic with those guidelines, which leads me to the other half of what I want to do. Is my plan is to take the time. I'm going to condense this down. Hold on, wait. Getting into the specifics here. You don't need to know the specifics. I guess it might be cool, but here's the thing. I need to check myself with an outside person. So what I'm doing is I'm going to propose a plan in a short span, probably a week, and I'm going to practice the art of completing things. Really small projects, just adapting what I have to be a smaller scope project. I can do that a little bit. I get good at that. Then I can start adding on to them and then actually completing larger projects. So instead of working on like a 5 week, it'd be like a 1 week or even a couple days. Just that process of being able to accurately assess how many parts there are in a project and how long it's going to take me. Because when you know that, it's pretty easy to commit to something. Like if for example, I was like, hey, you need to go to college. A lot of people, if there wasn't any time specified, might just drop out super early. But since people know it's only a couple of years, I don't know what percentage of people have been to college. It's still fairly low. But I'll tell you, senioritis is a thing, that's for sure. So knowing the plan, knowing how long it's going to take, definitely important in completing a project. Okay, so that's the plan. So did I fail? A little bit. It's more like a tactical retreat is what it is. But really, I've learned more about myself in my process. I'm going to refine that, and I'm going to get it. I'm going to not fail. In the words of Nacho Libre, I want to win. I'm tired of losing. I want to win.